हाय गाइस। तो शुरू करते हैं एक नई सीरीज़ जहां पर मैं आईआईटी जैम मैथमेटिकल स्टैटिस्टिक्स के पास्ट ईयर पेपर्स सॉल्व करूंगी और साथ ही साथ शेयर करूंगी अपना प्रिपरेशन एक्सपीरियंस। इस सीरीज़ में हम हर एक वीडियो में सॉल्व करेंगे पास्ट ईयर क्वेश्चन पेपर्स ताकि आपका बेस्ट रिवीजन हो। मैं शेयर करूंगी अपनी प्रिपरेशन टिप्स, कुछ ट्रिक्स, जो गलतियां मैंने बहुत बार करी, कोचिंग, क्या क्या बुक्स मैंने रेफ़र करी, और आपके कोई भी क्वेश्चंस प्रिपरेशन रिलेटेड हैं तो प्लीज़ मेक श्योर टू कमेंट। मैं उनको अपनी नेक्स्ट वीडियोस में कवर करूँगी। हमें दिया है 6 आइडेंटिकल फेयर डाइस हैं एंड S इज़ द नंबर ऑफ डाइस शोइंग इवन नंबर्स ऑन देयर अपर फेसेस। हमें इंटरेस्ट है S में। तो इवन नंबर आने की probability is 1/2 because 2, 4, 6 are even numbers and we have to find the variance of the random variable S. Now, see, questions become a lot easier if you can relate those questions or the probabilities with some distribution. Mostly, most of the questions that will come will have a corresponding distribution, right? Here, if S is the number of dice showing even number, then S belongs to binomial distribution with parameter 6 and 1/2. Okay, so variance of S will be equal to np into 1 minus p. So 6 into 1/2 into 1/2, which is equal to 3/2. Very easy. So we'll see question number 4. We have been given a random sample from a distribution having variance 5, and we have x bar and S. Now we have to find the value of expectation of S. So I used to frequently commit this mistake that I used to simply write expectation of S equals to I goes from 1 to 21 expectation of xi minus x bar square due to linearity of expectations. And then I used to think that okay, so this is expectation of xi minus x bar square, so this is equal to variance. I know, silly mistake, but I'm calling it silly for a reason. So I simply used to put it as a variance and I used to say expectation of S is equal to 21 into 5. So my answer would be 105, which is actually an option. So that's where it goes wrong, because variance is expectation of xi minus expectation of x square, and expectation of x is equal to mu. See, x bar and mu are not going to be the same always, and in fact x bar is never equal to mu. Why? X bar is an unbiased estimator of mu, and when we talk about a very large sample, then expected value of x bar, that is the average value of x bar, is going to be. So the right way of doing this question is, actually there are two ways. One, if we realize that I goes from 1 to 21, xi minus x bar square upon n minus 1 is an unbiased estimator of variance, that is sigma square. So I can simply put expectation of S equals to n minus 1 times variance, which is 5. So this is equal to 100. And another way is realizing that S upon sigma square belongs to chi square with degrees of freedom n minus 1. So whatever method suits you, apply that method. Okay, so looking at the next question, we have been given x and y belong to normal 0, 1, and we have to check the distribution of u equals to x minus y upon x plus y whole square. And we have a few options here. So one of the common answers that students choose, which is wrong, is f2, 2 degrees of freedom. Let's do it correctly. So x minus y belongs to normal 0, 2, because linear combination of a normal distribution also belongs to normal distribution. And x plus y also belongs to normal 0, 2. So we can form two standard variates from this, right? So we get z square upon w square, which is equal to x minus y square upon 2 and x plus y square upon 2. So actually f is the ratio of two chi-squares divided by their degrees of freedom, right? But here 2 is not the degree of freedom. 2 is actually included in that normal distribution or the chi-square distribution. And the ratio of two standard normal variates follows Cauchy distribution, and the reciprocal as well follows Cauchy distribution. That is, if x follows Cauchy, then 1 by x also follows Cauchy distribution. Then we have been given three independent throws of a fair dice, and x is the number of upper faces, showing 6. Okay. And we have to find the value of expectation 3 minus x whole square. Now we have been given n equals to 3 and probability of success equals to 1 by 6. So x simply belongs to binomial 3 comma 1 by 6, and expectation of x is 3 by 6, and variance of x is 3 by 6 into 5 by 6. So that's 5 by 12, right? So for expectation of 3 minus x square, we will have to expand this. And now it's easy. 9 plus variance of x plus e square x minus c e x. We will simply put the values here. See, any kind of exams as such, they are not just about for you to solve the paper. They're always about testing how much you actually know, how much in depth you have read, and how much you can apply one property in another question. Whenever you're preparing, try to remember the properties and relate one property with another, like relate one distribution with another, or just think what will happen if this happens, or what will happen if there's a reciprocal of Cauchy distribution, or anything as such. Then we have the next question. We have been given E, F, and G as three events, and E and F are mutually exclusive. Also, we have E union F equals to 1. That is, E union F is equal to sample space. And we have some intersection probabilities and probability of G. So these questions will be a lot easier if we try using a Venn diagram. We have already formed E and F, and we have E intersection G. So we have been given probability of G equals to 7 by 12. So from here I can get probability of F intersection G. So voila, this is what we needed. So the right answer is 1 by 3. Now we'll see the next question. We have been given x and y having the joint probability mass function. Probability x equals to x, y equals to y equals to 1 by 3x, and y goes from 1 to x, and x is 1, 2, 3, right? Now we have to find the conditional expectation of y given x equals to 3. So here's a thing to think, that if x equals to 3, y will go from 1 to 3, right? So whenever we need a conditional expectation, we need a conditional probability as well. So we need to find the marginal PMF of x. Then we go back and find joint PMF. Right, since x is already taking value 3, I'll simply put x equals to 3 here. So we have got the conditional distribution. Now it becomes very easy to find expectation of y given x equals to 3. So for practicing these questions, FMS is the best book, because we have been reading it from the very beginning, like in most of the colleges that is the recommended book, right? So it's very easy to read, and we really understand it like a story. Okay, next question. We have been given x1 and x2 as two independent random variables with some MGF. Okay, so I hope you guys remember the MGFs of at least Poisson, binomial, geometric, exponential, and normal, of course. It's very striking that what is MGF of normal distribution actually generates moments for log normal distribution. Anyway, then we have two different MGFs, and let M1t be the MGF of x1 that belongs to binomial 3 comma 1 by 4, and M2t be the MGF of x2 that belongs to Poisson 2, right? And then we have to find the value of probability x1 plus x2 equals to 1. Remember that these are discrete distributions. So x1 for binomial will take value 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on, and x2 will also take value 0, 1, 2 and so on. Remember, x2 can take value 0, but lambda जो Poisson distribution का पैरामीटर होता है वो 0 नहीं होता है. Same goes for exponential distribution. So अगर probability x1 plus x2 is equal to 1, मतलब कि x1 plus x2 1 है, राइट? तो ये कब हो सकता है? ये तब तो नहीं हो सकता जब both x1 and x2 are 0. ये तब भी नहीं हो सकता जब both x1 and x2 are 1. तो ये तब होगा जब either x1 is 0 and x2 is equal to 1, और x1 is 1 and x2 is equal to 0. Remember, x1 and x2 independent events हैं, तो हम simply probabilities put कर देंगे. So this is a PDF of chi-square distribution with n degrees of freedom, and we have to find probability x greater than equal to n plus under root 2n. Okay, so जब chi-square distribution हमारे दिमाग में आता है, we should immediately remember that expectation is equal to n and variance equals to 2n, right? And whenever we need to find probabilities, we always convert a given normal distribution or a large sample distribution to standard normal variate. So likewise, we will write probability x greater than equal to n plus under root 2n. So greater than and greater than equal to are same case in continuous distribution. Then we will change the origin, and then we will change the scale. We will get probability z greater than equal to 1. And since in the normal table, we have been given probabilities till that point like a CDF. So we will simply put 1 minus z1, 1 minus phi 1. So exam में we will be given 2 to 3 probabilities for some different values of z. Next question में हमें given है x1 and x2 are two independent random variables having the same mean theta, and expectation of x1 minus theta square is equal to 1, means that variance of x1 is equal to 1 and variance of x2 is equal to 2, and we need to estimate theta, and we have been given an estimator which is equal to alpha x1 plus 1 minus alpha x2, and we have to find the value of alpha for which the variance of the given estimator will be minimum. So whenever we think of minimum maximum cases, we always have to differentiate it. एंड यहाँ पे हमें मिनिमम वेरिएंस निकालना है, तो हम क्या करेंगे, t इक्वल्स टू अल्फा x1 प्लस 1 माइनस अल्फा x2 लिखेंगे, राइट? अल्फा सिंगल पैरामीटर है, तो वी कैन सिंपली फाइंड द वेरिएंस ऑफ t एंड डिफरेंशिएट इट. So we see that alpha is equal to 2 by 3 and the minimum condition is also satisfied. So we are good. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If there's some topic that you would like to discuss or want me to make videos on, please make sure to comment. Thank you.